Well, hello everyone. Looks like we are live. I'm so glad to be here with you today. Oh my gosh, I've had a very busy weekend. And let me grab a little bit of this glare. Anyway, a busy weekend, a very nice weekend. And now it's one of my favorite times of the weekend, time to stamp and chat with you. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome. I'm happy to have all of you here. I am Lisa Harden, coming to you live from the Stamping Zoo in a beautiful, idyllic Boise, Idaho today. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. One of the things that means is that I sell all of the products we'll be using today, as well as hosting events, both in person and virtually. I lead a team of other crafty ladies. Doesn't have to be ladies, though, but crafty folk. And just generally come on here twice a week to have fun with you and talk all things Stampin' Up, all things paper crafting, and all things the Stamping Zoo. Okay? So, yes, I'm glad to be here. Hello, Deborah. Hi, Judy. And I'm tired. I'm dehydrated. You would have thought that I did this big physical thing. No, I've just been working a lot with my peepers. Okay? And Jean, the big three: Judy, Deborah, Jean. I can't do it without you. Okay? So thank goodness you're here. I'm so glad to have you here. Um, it's just that time of the year when I am required to do some extra work, numbers wise, in the day job. And so I worked on that kind of stuff most of yesterday, and I just realized, oh, I wish I had my computer glasses over here, but I do not. Okay, well, look, I look really haggard, but I'm actually very happy to be here with you. And I had something planned for today, which was going to be the craft along for the beautiful little backpack. And you know what? For other reasons, I did not get this finished, and frankly, I don't think I could put this together today. I'm a little brain dead. All right. So if you have earned the craft along, I have communicated with you and let you know that we will be making that cute little backpack on Thursday. All right. Everything's gonna be great on Thursday. So um, I just have a couple more days of work that may be a little hectic, and then we'll be back. We'll be back to full speed Lisa. Okay, you only get like 75% Lisa today. Sorry. Maybe you'll like that because usually I'm a little bit much to take, right? But guess what? I decided because of that that I need to play it easy. We are going to case the catalog. I'm really casing a couple of things from online, but I am going to use the Flora and Fern and Flora. Sorry, it's a bundle. You may have it if you went to Onstage. This was for an after hours event. I did not, but I put it into my pre-order. I guess lots of us can have it now because of pre-order. So I placed it in my pre-order, and I mean, look at those gorgeous images. They're so pretty. And then all of the dies, I think there are 14 dies. Yes, so a veritable fern forest. All right, just for us. And hello, Debbie and Lori have shared. Thank you so much for sharing. That helps so much. You know it does because I just keep talking about it, don't I? But it helps. Okay, here's another thing to be happy about. Look at this fun mug. Now, it's taller than my head. I didn't realize the exact size. I was ordering it online, but it has a handle, so that's okay. It reminds me of, I mean, I love it because it's lots of purples, but this, let's see, in particular reminds me of Little Shop of Horrors. What was her name? I can't remember. Feed Me Seymour. You know, the little flower. Well, the big flower. So anyway, it reminded me of that when I first saw it, and I thought, why not? I need that mug. So I have a big, huge cup here, a big, huge cup at work, and all will be right with the world. How about you guys? How's it going in your, I wanted to say neck of the woods. I know that's Al Roker's gig, but have you guys been looking at catalogs? Some of you, if you are a demonstrator, or if you'd like to purchase the starter kit, we can order from this right away. I have placed 2 orders from this. Okay. In fact, yesterday it was probably, now these were two things that I wanted for my business, but it was kind of like, okay, I'd been working since noon and it was about 8:30 that yesterday night. And I was like, you know what? I just need to like stop and purchase something. Okay, it happened. And that's okay because I have a use for it. And maybe I wanted to wait until next month's orders, but too bad. That's okay. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh, Jean, that is horrible. And that definitely, I'm sure that rocked your small town, a very bad car accident. I'm so sorry, but I am sure you are grateful that everybody pulls together. That's very nice. And hello, Alicia. And how are you doing, Alicia? Alicia, have you placed a pre-order yet? No, I think Alicia's being strong. Alicia said she was going to wait until April. And we have time, friends, okay? As a demonstrator or a starter kit person, you can pre-order up until this catalog goes live. It doesn't go live until May 5th for lovely customers. But that doesn't mean you have to wait if you are a lovely customer, because you can simply purchase the starter kit, and when you do that, you can put anything you want from this catalog. If it's available, you can put it in there. So we have a great opportunity with that. It's the reason why I signed up to be well, I didn't plan on being a demonstrator, but it's the reason why I got the starter kit when I did. Okay, I just realized I don't have my camera set up. Whatever. I was like, well, let's go down. I'm like, no, we can't. So anyway, let me try and get that situated. What? Come back here. Okay. Wow, it's a difficult setup. You guys can watch me back here behind the scenes, right? I knew something was wrong. The screen was all bare. This wasn't sitting here, and in my mind, I kept thinking, what's different? Okay, that's what's different. All right. That makes it a little better. How about if you come down here with me for just a minute and we can take a look at these products. And I think that this kooky camera needs to be, yeah, it's going to make everything look humongous. Give me a couple clicks here for a minute. And video effects. First of all, put it on Do Not Disturb, period. And second of all, turn these video effects off. Come on now. Okay, I think that's good. And what do you think? Okay. So we are going to make a couple of cards today that I am casing from our website. Cannot show you because these are pre-order items. So as you know, the rules are I can only show you the covers of the catalog and actual product. But trust me, you want to see what's in here. See, there's a reason why she's smiling. All right? It's because these are like 80 pages of fun. Paper, crafting supplies, high quality paper, stamps, inks, embellishments, things you didn't even know you wanted or needed are in that catalog. And guess what? If you need a catalog and you're not already working with a demonstrator, I'm happy to send one to you. All you have to do is private message me your email, no, your mailing address. You can use you can private message me on Facebook, or you can use the email address that is at the top of the description of this link. Okay, so why don't we just get started? Because you know, I might run out of juice, electricity in me. Judy says she ordered Silly Old Bear Sweet because she thought it might sell out fast. Your second order will be April to meet the second quarter goal. There you go. I think I've heard more than one person say that. Now somebody told me Silly Old Bear was sold out, but they may have stopped ordering on it for a while. But again, that was what I went in to buy on Saturday night, and I didn't buy the whole thing. Actually, I bought the paper, and I bought the stamp set, not the Pooh stamp set, the other stamp set. I absolutely love those dies. It's not that I don't like the poo. I'll eventually get it, but I really wanted those dies. They're gorgeous. So they aren't nesting dies. They're all different edgings and stuff. So yeah. And hello, Debbie Barfield. Hi, friend. It's very nice to see you too. Alicia's moving on over to YouTube. Well, we're moving on up. She wants to watch me on the big screen. I don't know why you would want to do that, but okay. My hands probably look ginormous, don't they? All right, so I had time to pre-cut, and as I said, I was looking at a picture that Stampin' Up has given us because they're so good about giving us so many beautiful supplies. And so the labels are great. Oh, are you talking about in that silly old bear? Is that what you're talking about, Judy? Yeah, they look gorgeous. And then I was like, well, I should at least get the paper right now. You know how it goes. You all know how it goes, right? Just gonna pop in for a quick look-see. Then I go, oh, hey, what about that? All right, beautiful little array of papers, and we had an unboxing, right? Last time I saw you on Thursday, we had an unboxing, so go back and watch that if you would like. But this paper is divine. It's so gorgeous. That means divine. It's just so gorgeous. And so actually, I'm going to turn it over and use this pattern. Can you believe that? That's what they did online. So I was like, okay, give it a try. Hello, Carla. What's this color? What's this color? Who knows? Who knows what that is? I know. I love it already, girl. I'm with you. Secret C. This paper has black and Secret C in it. So if you are all about the moody feel, the Fern and Flora is for you. This is going to be the insert, right? I'm sticking with the moody. Oh, look at that. Golden glow. Jean's right. It's golden glow. Isn't that a neat color? It's really, sometimes when it's not, or it depends on what the colors it's with, as I'm learning, but it kind of looks like an apricot color. So anyway, we also looked at the new ink pads. Speaking of golden glow, you'll have the opportunity to buy all 5 new in colors in the new format of ink pad. So far, thumbs up from the Stamping Zoo. We like it here. I got them opened and labeled, and here's how I labeled mine. How do you label yours? I'm going to put one on the short end, and then when I opened it up, I put one on the ink side. So that should be helpful. Okay. And so anyway, they store upside down. You see this is the part that has it, and that's how they store. So the same kind of concept as all of our older ink pads, our existing ink pads, but you don't have to. The popping part isn't so, ooh, this particular one, this one's new. But see, they're a little tight when they first open, and then they're also a little tight. Good job. And that happens. And that happens. Just stick your thumb in them. Not all the time, but. So, guess what? It's going to, I think it's a good opportunity. Now, am I going to advise you to run out and get all 50 new ink pads when they go live next year? No. There's no reason to do that unless, you know, your hands are so weak that you can't open them. But this is, you know, for the next several months, you will have an opportunity to use the new format because I'm sure you're going to want all the new in colors, right? And you might want to be in my in color club in order to collect all of the new in colors. And so we'll be playing with these that way. And that's plenty. And then my plan, even as a demonstrator, next year, the whole line will be introduced as in this format. And I will just add them as my budget allows. Or Stampin Rewards. I'll use Stampin Rewards. You know, I'll use different rebates and bonuses I receive as a demonstrator, but that's how I'll replace them. So until then, the old ink pads, the current ink pads work great. Okay. But we're still going to play with them and have fun with them. And they are magnetic. As you saw, they were holding on to each other, right? So, yeah, they're, whoops, they'll hold on to each other. They might not hold together as 5. But as I mentioned last week, I'm someone who usually wants to carry everything. Okay. And so this will make it so helpful for me. It'll make it so healthy or so easy for me. What in the world am I talking about? I told you. This is why I'm not doing the mini backpack today. All right, and again, take a look at these. My gosh. I mean, if you've grown ferns, or obviously you've all seen a fern, just the beautiful fronds. You know, you can eat, people eat them in the spring right now as they're unfurling, right? They cut them. You kind of saute them in butter. I haven't done it, but doesn't mean I wouldn't. And then have we decided what this is? I don't know what that is. It looks like wings of a butterfly, but I don't know yet. I'll have to play with it. Jean, yes, I have every intention of doing In Color Club again this year. Are you doing In Color Club this year? I would love it. Hey, Sarah. Yeah, do they stick together when closed and stacked? Yeah, they do, because they're all magnetic, right? And then, I mean, they'll pull apart, but they all stick on each other. So, and then did you see that one? That one kind of like, if you had it opened on your desk, they kind of will stick together just like that, like they're hinged, but they're not hinged. So anyway, they are cool, very cool. And I think were used for several years with Close to My Heart. That is where we purchased the licensing. And so they are, I think they've been tried and tested for several years with Close to My Heart customers. So, and then of course, I mean, and this one intrigues me. I don't know. I like a little textured die. And let's color this. This is a pattern that's in the paper, and it is colored Golden Glow. Ooh, we have a report in. Pam says fiddleheads are so yummy. Cool. Okay, cool. And Jean says, yes, I will do In Color Club. All right, Jean. It wouldn't be the same without you. Kind of like going live. And so be like Jean. Jean's fun and Jean's smart. So be like Jean. Get ready to sign up for my In Color Club. Can't do the registration yet, of course, but I'll do some marketing for it so you guys know what's going to be included. Anyway, lots of cool little items. This is a stamp, and then you can cut it out so you can have a frame, or you can just use, obviously, the die without that. And I'm guessing all of these sentiments will fit in there. Sincere thanks. You make the world a better place. You're an amazing friend, and thankful for you. So let's tell a friend they are amazing. Okay, let's put this down. I know, so sad. You could use this side. It's okay. But we're trying to bring focus to our stamped panel on this card. So that's why I'm going to turn it over. I think I saw Amy taught. Yes, I did. I always see your little picture for some reason with the hats, Amy. It grabs my attention. So that's very fun. Okay, that's just going to be flat down. I'm sure we'll stamp something on the inside. And then I had these two for sentiment. This is our panel that we are going to have an image on. And so, well, hello, Jennifer. Let's see here. I need to pop on over to the website. You don't see this, but I need to look at the example. Okay, I got to do it. And so first I'm going to bring in this larger fern. Hey now, where are my blocks? I told you guys. Yeah, as I'm working, I can tell it was a very good idea to not go live with that mini backpack. very well. I would have messed up my backpack. So, again, if you were coming here expecting me to put the backpack together, I'm so sorry. I will be doing that on Thursday because I just don't have the bandwidth to do it tonight, I'll be honest. Oh, well, I wanted it kind of like this. So I'm just freewheeling it a little bit. Okay, so let's put this in here. The Stampin' Positioner will be available. I do not believe you can order it in pre-order, but it will be available when this catalog goes available May 5th. All right, $49. Comes with 2 plates, and you've seen me use it unless you're brandy new. And so I'm liking it. It's very intuitive, and so I just kind of picked it up and started using it, right? And especially if you've used any other placement tools like our Stamparatus, it's just kind of, you just pick it up and start going. Okay, so Old Olive, a little Old Olive. We're going to play and see how that coordinates with Golden Glow, right? Bring this in. You don't need to have a pressure tool, but that's so pretty. It's very inky, but I like it. And then let me just clean that while I'm thinking about it, okay? So I don't stick my hand on it. It happens around here. Okay, and I think that's all we're going to use the placement tool for on this card. This is a little panel. Okay, so as I said, I am looking at a card that's an example on the Stampin' Up website. So I just guessed at this measurement, but I ended up making it 3 by 4.5. Okay, and they have it sitting offset, and I love that so much. So you could put it in the middle, but I think it's so much more interesting how they've got it sitting over off to the left. And so we will do the same. All right, now I need a little bit of white. I need my white. We're working out of, yes, that's right. It looks like a Bible, but it's just my scraps. Okay, there. I think we can, yes, I think we can stamp this on here. And so let's bring in this stamp I was telling you about that is it this one? I think it's this one. Yeah. And it looks like they have used Secrecy. We shall also. So who's been playing with new things this weekend? Deborah, do you have your order yet? Deborah is a fantastic card maker who is very prolific, aren't you, Deborah? You make a lot of cards. And so I'm sure she had some class or something she was working on. But I bet if her order is there at her house already, then she's got it. Deborah, I don't think you have the supplies, my supplies for bingo yet, but some of you are playing bingo with us on Wednesday, April 1st, and I'm so excited. Now that I will be so excited. That'll be when I can be like, okay, oh, day job, release from day job, not released, but you know what I mean. All right, let me bring in that Golden Glow. See, I'm telling you, it's kind of an apricot, and I love dried apricots. Do you? I am kind of a funny one because I can't stand them fresh, but I love the intensity of the flavor when they're dried, and I especially love California. The Mediterranean apricots are fine, but the California, even better. So let me get down with the get down here and bring you in so you can feel like you're really coloring with me. Oh, good, Carla. You got your, yeah, you don't have to text me, but I can look it up and see. I just hadn't done it yet. And there's Bunny Foo Foo and there's Trish. I was off on the Stampin' Up site, guys, so I didn't see you come in. Oh, good. Yeah, Deborah, I will let you know when I get off here what the estimated date is. Um, that we're not able to get the re-inker. They haven't put that out yet, Jennifer. She's talking about for the hybrid ink pad, to my knowledge, um, and so hold tight for that. But I don't think you need it right now. But it's very smart, right, to buy the re-inker when you buy an ink pad. Okay, what do we have here? We have light golden glow, delicious. That's what they looks like what they used, but we'll use both just so we can see. And I like how it's on Secret C. What a cool way to bring in the color of the cardstock. Okay, just do a little coloring here. Easy, easy coloring with the light golden glow. And don't miss the buds. What flower do you think this is? It's a pretty little flower, but I couldn't name it. I think that's the point. It's not supposed to look like anything in particular. Some sort of a woodland flower, right? Because this is all about woodland, lush green things. So some little woodland flower just popped up. And I'm doing two just in case, quite frankly. Doing two because of how I feel. In spite of being tired, I did get a lot done. I got up this morning. I was like, for some reason, probably because I didn't eat much yesterday, I really wanted to take myself to breakfast. Okay, so I got up at 7:40. Body was killing me, but I was like, get out, because our city of Boise had a million things going on this weekend. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to get out there and get my breakfast when the place opens, because if I don't, I will not be able to get in. And actually, the first place I stopped at that I was going to, it was a line, not out the door, but to the door. And that was when they opened. And I thought, you know what? No. So I went down to the next place, and that place was fine. Okay, secret seat is what I want. That place was totally fine. So had a nice little breakfast. I have breakfast or lunch for tomorrow. And then I went cruise down to Trader Joe's. You know, I like the little Trader Joe's. This is Secret C, but ooh, I think it's going to be really dark. Is this dark? No, it's light. I think that's going to be darker than I want. Let me grab Misty Moonlight. Yeah. I want to be able to see the stamped veining in the leaves. So, you know, Misty Moonlight and Secret C are kind of color buddies. Okay, that's good. And so anyway, went to Trader Joe's, also not that busy. When I got home, I was so exhausted. I almost went to bed, and then I was like, no, you have these two children here who've been waiting patiently. And so we went out for walkies, and then we went to sleep. Oh gosh, then I was like, okay, I can't do anymore. And they were tired too. And then I bought him two new beds, which arrived today, and Cash was fluffing them up. He was in the middle of one. It's like a donut. That's what they like. And so he was in the middle of one, roughing it up. He was very excited. And Cash, or Tango, I think, was like, I'm just going to let him do the work. And so anyway, you know, they came all sealed up in shrink wrap, basically. And then when you open them, they kind of explode. But so he was working on that. So he's going to be very happy, I'm sure. I'm going over a couple of these buds to make them dark. And I put some dark in the center. That's it. Super easy, okay? Nothing to get excited about here. No art degree necessary. And that's all the coloring we're going to do. So, coming back your way now. Come on now. Come on. You can do it. Hello, Carol. And hi, Pat. Hello, hello. Yes, it's so nice to see all of you. Um, yeah, Jean. I don't have an Aldi either. I wonder if that's kind of ink. Okay. I started this out by saying I can't do anything too difficult today. I wonder if that's kind of an Eastern country thing, Eastern US thing. I'm not sure. But we might have an Aldi here, like in larger cities, Portland, Seattle, that kind of California. I don't know. They have not made their way to Idaho yet. So I'm shocked because we seem to really like grocery stores here. We love, all that stuff, Costco, etc. So Trader Joe's is fun. I wouldn't shop there. I don't like. I think the quality of their meat's probably okay. But if I go get like some really delicious things, I don't get them there. But boy, they've got some good snacks. Hey, Jana. Oh, hello. Good. It's on your wish list? Yes. I can't wait to see what you create with it because we'll do some good stuff with it. Yes. And Golden Glow looks like crushed curry. Yeah, it's kind of in the same family, one of those darker, yellowy. I'm really seeing the peach come out in it. As we start working with it and we compare to the existing color line, you'll really be able to take a look. Well, isn't that cute? Okay, look at us go. And let me see. Do I want to die cut anything else? Yes, I do. There is this guy. We're going to die cut this in some old olive. Oh, look at that little piece. It's so cute. Oh, here, let me back out. I made my hands humongous skin, didn't I? Back out. Pardon. Okay, there we go. Sorry. You can't take me anywhere. Okay. Love the mini die cut. It's such a good little friend to have right on my desk. I love the workhorse, the regular sized Stampin' die cut in the machine too, but the mini is great. Okay, and I don't want to put adhesive sheet on this because I'm going to just attach it with a glue dot under the sentiment and let it fly free. Okay, let it flutter in the wind like a fern frond might do. Ooh, it's so cute though. Okay, as you'll see with all of our die cuts, if you're new to Stampin' Up, they aren't just flat and lifeless. Okay, they've got all sorts of detail. Some have embossed detail. Some of them have cut detail, but rest assured, they're going to look beautiful and they're going to stand up to your paper crafting, right? I use mine in classes and they stand up to several people using them, new people using them, well-versed people using them. I almost said old people using them. Oh, dear Lord, no, because that would make me old and that's just not happening. Let's see. We want this. Oh, I know what else was on here. They took the Golden Glow and they used this on the side. I wonder how they did that though, and it's kind of hidden. Hold please. I have to refer to the picture. So we have all these great ideas, but not always do you have a recipe. Lots of times you just are working on the visual. And so you just figure it out, right? You just go, okay, I'm going to figure it out. And if you make something that's your own, well then, so be it. Okay, look how I'm really mashing onto that because this is not sponge. This is not foam. This is felt. So it's like the Memento ink pad that we have now. So I like to, do a little twisty and twist and pounce. Okay? That's how I feel like I get the best image. And I want to make sure it comes out over here. Actually, I don't have a lot of room. Let me bring it over to this side. Ooh, I like it. I like a straight line stamp. It's fun. And I can tell you right now, those ink pads, nice. Very nice. Again, these, they're okay. They're a little more high maintenance though. They're harder to open. And if you've never stamped before, it's very hard to tell a person, a new stamper, how to use these ink pads. You know how I'm always saying, kiss it, don't make out with it, right? You don't have to worry about that with these. You just stamp it. All I worry about when I'm teaching someone to use a felt ink pad is to get good coverage of ink. So you saw that I tapped several times and that I kind of did that twisting motion. I think that's all you need to know. And then just go for it, okay? So then we're going to start layering, doing our fun layers here. And then this is going to come up over them. Ooh, aren't we fancy? And let's use Secret Seed so it'll really pop out from this paper. And of course, we're going to tell someone they're an amazing friend. And you know what? I am so lucky that I have a lot of people I could give this to. Lots of you are amazing friends. And so I'm pretty lucky that way. Let me see if oh yeah, I don't want it that wide. I cut this at 1 inch. I want it more like 3/4. So let me see if I can trim this thing out. I'm not always successful at that, I'll be honest. Whoops. Okay, let's see if I can do it though. Go, Lisa, go. Go, Lisa, go. Can you do it, girl? Oh, yeah, I might come up over the top of it, but let's see where we land. Oh, I was moving my blade up to the top, and so I like to cut down into a piece if it's really thin like this. Hey, speaking of amazing, hello. She's amazing. Okay. No, just a sharp blade in a very nice paper trimmer. That's all. Okay, so we can, whoops, we can return this now. Actually, let's take this and use this guy. Okay, and do some stamping. I like it. I don't know which side I want it on, but I feel like maybe we're going to do it that way. And so that's our insert. Not white, not blank. No naked insides, okay? I will not give you a card liner in kits if your card's basic white. Maybe sometimes basic beige. Otherwise, you're going to get a liner from me. It's just how time and money to make a beautiful creation and then put it in a substandard envelope. Our things need all the help they can get when you send them off to go in the mail. So, did I clean that? Probably not. Let me clean this. Put it away. Okay. And this is fun to play with. It's just fun to get the stamp set out and start inking it. I haven't even gotten to those yet. They're beautiful. Okay, so then let's bring this in. And, oh, yes, it has some embellishments too. Gorgeous. Okay, how's everybody doing? I'm back. I know you thought I was here all the time. I was sort of here. I just wasn't reading your comments. You have to wait till next month. Yeah, I like that. That's a good idea. It is a big ask when we order all the new in colors. And so, yeah. Oh, okay. So, Jana, who's in Corpus Christi, says they have an Aldi, but it's about an hour and a half away. You guys all like it? And they have an Aldi's in Kansas. Okay. Jean says it's 300 miles from her. Yeah, okay. There might not be a Trader Joe's in North Dakota. Lisa, hello. Hello, hello. I like the new ink pads. I like them a lot. Yeah, they're just easy and intuitive. Yeah. Why did they go back to felt ink pads? According to what I've read, they um, the color stays more true over time with a felt ink pad. So, as you know, we've had trouble with formulations before on newer colors, like in colors, just a couple, but sometimes it's hard to get the right formulation. And then that makes it impossible to get the stamp pad, as is the case with cloud cover. We were sold these as is, right? Like because we wanted them, because the demonstrators wanted them. So we were sold them as is, and we were told that the color could change over time on I want to call it felt, on foam. So the foam just is a little less stable than the felt, and also I think it is a tougher material to source. And that's kind of how things are going today, right? So with those two things, maybe others, I don't know other considerations, but those were two of the main considerations that I am aware of. So also know that these ink pads, I believe our standard, what do I want to say? What do I want to call them? Our current format of ink pad, they're going up in price a couple of dollars. These are $14. All right, you can still buy them with a discount if you buy all of them at the same time, but there's still a bigger ask financially. So, as I said, you have to keep that in mind and add them when you can. Okay, I'm liking that. So I think we can go ahead. Actually, I'm just going to put this down with some seal. And then this guy, I'm going to pop this up. It deserves to be popped up. Hi, Heather. How are you doing? Aldi is a grocery store, Amy. Do you not have Aldi in Canada? I don't know. We don't have it here, but I think they're very known for their good prices. And maybe they carry things exclusive to Aldi too, like Trader Joe's, has its own brand. And so maybe it's like that. I don't know. Oh yeah, that's gonna look nice. Okay, and then, well, I did that backwards. I have all that texture popped up here, so I'm gonna use my liquid glue so I don't have to press down on this panel that I made. Again, taking this design right from the website. If you are a demonstrator, you can see it. If you order the starter kit, you'll be able to see it. If you are a lovely customer, you cannot see that yet. I'm so sorry. I just use this pattern to lay it straight. I will take the help where I can get it. Lisa hasn't seen an Aldi either. It's okay. I'm sure you have special things that are only for Canadians. What are your special Canadian stores? Tell us so we can be jealous. Okay? Please give us the scoop. There's so many, the world is so homogenized when it comes to groceries and products and things that now I love it more than ever when I hear about someone's, specific something or other, like you can only get this here, or we like our fries with gravy or things like that. Okay, now please don't forget, of course, since this is a suite, it has coordinated products. Where are the jewelry? Where's the jewelry? Oh, here it is. Woof. And that includes these gorgeous dewdrops. Look at those. They are in clear, Old Olive, and Secret Sea. Okay, so Canadian Tire. Oh, okay. No Frills, all Canadian Superstore. Oh, is it called No Frills? Dollarama. Okay. See, this is very fun. Canadians. Let's see. We're going to have to do this all on our own. I need to get up to Canada soon. I haven't gone to Canada nearly as much as I would have liked to in my life. It's so beautiful. Hey, speaking of beautiful, this is not bad, is it? Beautiful little card, super easy to make, and we got to play with Golden Glow, Secret Sea, a little Misty Moonlight for the leaves, which, you know, like I said, they're color buddies. Oh, and ATV. Yeah, I haven't seen ATV, and we also don't have a Buc-ee's, but I think we're supposed to be getting a Buc-ee's here in Boise, so I don't know. They are pretty embellishments, aren't they? When I was putting them away today, that's just what I thought, Holly. I was like, they're so gorgeous. They're kind of shiny and, you know, a little translucent, see-through. Okay, so they're not super high, but they're not flat either. They're just kind of standard. And of course, these are going to come in handy so much for this set and for anything, but putting clear dewdrops onto ferns is kind of a no-brainer, right? And maybe you can even sneak in a ladybug from the other embellishments here and there. Are ladybugs in the forest? I don't know. I don't know. I always think about them in the sunshine. But all right, everyone, we're going to take a little break here so I can tell you about all the zoo news. If I can find it, where's my cursor? Here we go. And go. As I've been mentioning, all of these products I happen to be using right now are preview products. So they are in pre-order status, and that simply means that if you are a demonstrator or would like to order a starter kit, you can use these products now. Otherwise, you need to patiently wait until May 5th when they go live to everyone. If you would like, I would love for you to join the Zoo Crew. That is my team of lovely crafters. We have so much fun. When I say the name now, all I think of is us laughing. Okay, and so it's just a fun time. I really, really look forward to my team time. I do set up an optional event, a meeting every month with my team, and they can also have an optional make and take kit that they can participate in. And so we have all sorts of fun. We have some extra crafty fun. We talk about business, all the stuff. The other thing, though, is, oh, by the way, they get a discount on everything they purchase of at least 20%. Get out of town. Yes, it's true. So if you too would like to be part of a crafty community and you'd like a discount, why not think about joining my team? I am happy to talk with you one-on-one about it. You can also simply go over to thestampingzoo.com and hit the Join the Zoo Crew tab. That doesn't immediately register you for anything. You can look around, find out more about me, and see photos from past events. So I welcome you, and everybody has a place on my team, as long as you live in the United States. All right, as I said, last couple of days here, you can still get this Craft-A-Lawn kit for free from me with a $50 minimum online purchase. So that's before tax and shipping and after discounts. I will send you the kit with all the supplies you need to make this beautiful little mini backpack that I've designed to hold 3 cards. You'll also get the supplies for that. And if you supersize your order to $100 plus, I will send you a full package of the dots that we'll be using in the kit. I love this little backpack. It's been around on my desk for a month now, and I'm kind of thinking I need to make like 5 or 6 more. Okay, the Zoobilee Crafty Kit for April is going to feature the springtime scenes. It's a gorgeous set of stamps and dies that you can see here. I'm going to send you about $25 of product so that you can make 5 cards and 1 project. You will craft along with me on your time because this is an online class. I provide videos, a PDF tutorial, and any help you might need off screen. You can just contact me for it. So to make the project as designed, you will want to add the Springtime Scenes bundle to your order. And when you order the bundle from me, I pay the shipping and tax if you're ordering it as part of this class. Okay, you can choose to purchase this as a kit or a club. So you can have a standalone 1 month purchase, or you can join the club subscription. And when you are in the subscription for 6 consecutive months, I send you a goodie bag at the end with about $25 of product in it. Lots of different things. So think about that. And these are going to be beautiful cards with some circle dies, little foliage details, etc. And of course, a cute ladybug. How could you pass on that? Please know that if you are in Boise or would like to be on Saturday, April 11th, I would like you to come stamp with me. We're going to make 4 cards using current Stampin' Up! Product, and you get to use all of my tools, all supplies, and the cost is $25 or absolutely free with a $30 minimum order. You register for this, but do not pay until the day of the event. Same with May Stamp Camp. May Stamp Camp is going to be Saturday, May 9th. Don't forget, you have 3 days, 29, 30, 31. Yes, 3 more days to purchase the product of the month, Notes of Spring. It's a beautiful little nature set that has 2-step stamping and gorgeous little natural details. And what does it have? 3 sentiments. I have used this off and on during the month. I have placed my still photos over on Pinterest and my Facebook site. So if you want to see some ideas, feel free to do that. And also, when you make a $75 or more purchase from me, whether you choose to get the product of the month or not, I am going to send you a tutorial from 11 other demonstrators and myself. So we're going to give you 12 different ideas of how to use the product of the month, just as a little thank you, because we do appreciate your orders here at the Stamping Zoo. And by we, I mean me, okay? It's just me. That's the secret. So again, here's our little backpack, and I will be making it live on Thursday, and it holds those cards, okay? And it has a little pocket in the front, like backpacks do. And so you still have a few days to get this. And again, I will provide all of the supplies to you. Now I'm making it live, but of course you can watch that replay anytime, and you will have a written tutorial that shows you a template for cutting as well as all the measurements and instructions. All right, let's do another card, shall we? Yes, we have time. We have time. Okay, also I wanted to show you, and we'll probably use it now, is a 3D Flora and Fern and Flora. I want to call this Flora and Fauna, right? But it's Fern and Flora embossing folder. Ooh, look at it, all those different ferns, and in different stages. So let's use this with this one, right? Thanks, Holly. I think it's kind of cute. As I said, I've been carrying it around for a month, and so it's been sitting here for a month. And so of course it, you know, I go, hey, cutie, come on, you got to get on camera again. Do your work. Let's see here. Let me, I need to pop over again. I've totally forgotten what the card looks like that I was thinking. Now I'm going to go, I'm just using this as a general idea. Oh, yes, that's gorgeous. Okay. Oh, here was another idea I had. I had this green sitting here, and I thought, doesn't that add a lot to just have a little strip of green under there? And then I answered, it does. So I'm going to cut one side on the bias. We're just doing things of interest, right? This ties into the die cut and the stamping. And I wouldn't normally do it this way. I would attach this first, and I might even put it up on dimensionals. But since I'm doing it after, then this is how I'm doing it, is I cut it super slim, and I am just going to like feed it underneath this. And then you just have to kind of eyeball it. Does that look good? Yeah, I think that looks good. And then if it's on liquid, you know, you still have a few times. Oh, no, look. See? It's the little things sometimes, isn't it? Okay, so that's just something easy you can do with a little scrap that's just sitting on your desk. Love it. Okay. New card. New colors. Peaceful Pine along with Soft Seafoam. What do you think about that combination? It immediately makes me feel peaceful already. And then this is the paper we're going to use. This pattern size up. But if you want to do something similar to the card I did, the first card I did, where you don't want to take away from your stamped image, you can just as easily use the back side. So that's what they're good for. But we're going to really let this shine. And so look at that. All these beautiful greens and then Berry Burst. Is it Berry Burst? Yeah, it is. It's not Petunia Pop because that's going to retire. Let me consult. I can't show you. I'm so sorry. But if you are in my classes, that's how you'll be getting your catalogs. I am going to mail as few as necessary, just because then that's more money we can use here to purchase product, right? I'm no dummy. But I will be getting those out to you soon, okay? So we have a Peaceful Pine card base, and I like it already. It's definitely a soft, I don't know what they've done to make it appear soft, but it does. And then this, and then of course that's going to go inside. Now you come over here, mister. And then I want to have a little fun with the embossing folder. So hold, please. I need to grab some two-tone cardstock. And then we are going to emboss it and then sand it. Now I could use Old Olive. Okay, that's a possibility. I might have Secret C too. I think we're going to use Old Olive. I think Secret C might be too much. Okay, too much. Is that possible? She's never too much. Oh, he's my boyfriend. He's never too much. He is just right. Okay, this thing is 5.5 long. How would I make this really long? They have taken this clear down to the bottom of this card. It's very interesting. They've made a huge pennant. They've just flagged the end, but they have cut. Okay, that might be too thick though. Let me see. Oh yeah, that's too thick. Oh yeah, that's too thick. Let's do 3 again. I feel like 3 is good. So this thing's 3 by 5.5, and we're going to trim some off of the end. Okay. Maybe I want, let me see. Oh, they offset it again. That must be a thing we're doing now. Let's do 2 3/4. I don't want to hide all that paper. There, I can live with that. I mean, it's so pretty. I almost want to do this in vellum, but we're going to go ahead with this because I want to see how this embossing folder looks. Okay, I am going to grab the standard Stampin' Kit emboss machine, and I'm going to, I don't do this often because there's not a lot of room for it on camera, but I want to show you or remind you how to set up. So you take off your 2 clear plates and your shim, get that out of the way, and then I want you to bring in your dark gray plate. All these plates come with your Stampin' Kit and Emboss machine when you first purchase it. All right, and then let's decide. See, we section of all of the ferns. Okay. Ooh, look at that. And then this goes down. Fold first. All right. You don't want to create a lot of pressure that could split your embossing folder, and then just run it through dark gray plate, whatever number that is. It's number 4. Okay. And then this guy can go back. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your service. Actually, I'm sure my Stampin' Kit embossing machine is a woman. This is very hardworking. Ooh, and it's already kind of started to split and show its white core. Look at that. Super exciting. Now I'm going to help it along with a little square sanding block. We used to sell these. We do not sell them anymore. but you can find them anywhere from Home Depot on down, right? A low grit piece of sandpaper. And then all of a sudden, that just really brings that to life, doesn't it? It's so fun. So please, oh, that side's beautiful too. So please don't forget about our two-tone cardstock, and it comes in 12 by 12 sheets. We talked about it briefly during the unboxing last week, and it's really a must. It just kind of takes everything up a level, right? I was here, and now I'm here. Okay. All right. So let's continue on with our layering. They did this interesting thing that I'm absolutely in love with. They took a piece of vellum and they cut out the fern and then they used the negative. All right. So they cut out, ooh, I bet they cut this one out. Again, I'm just trying to guess. And so I can figure out the measurements. And so I go, okay, it looks like this one. And then maybe I have a scrap that's that wide. Probably not, because you know, that's how it goes sometimes. Here, let's use this. So this is just how you kind of figure it out, measurement-wise. There are other cues you can take to figure out measurements, but most of the time, I look at the card, and if I don't have the measurements, I look at the dies. I look at the pattern on the designer series paper. Okay, I look at maybe I see like how much of a fern is on this paper. All those little cues kind of help me. And so you can see over here that I am using the die right on the vellum to see about how much I want to cut. It's perfect height. And I'm going to do 1 7/8. Okay. So that. And then they've done lots of little interesting things. And they've stamped stuff in white. And if you are leaving me a comment right now, thank you so much. I am looking at the picture of this card that I'm making. So I'm not reading your comments, but rest assured, I will come back to you. I'll be back. Okay, so then they took this. We're going to have a twofer, right? We're going to have the positive Fern die cut that we can use on our next card or as another layer for this thing. And then we're going to have the negative. So as long as you trim out the negative nicely, you can use it as an element as well. Ooh, it's so pretty. And they used it just like that. But then you have this. This is really pretty. Like you can see that the detail on the leaves. I don't know if you guys can see that, but trust me, it's there. What I was talking about earlier. Some of these have cut detail and some of them have embossing detail. That one's embossing detail. It's so pretty. And our vellum is thick enough to really show that off. So let's see here. Then we have some things on white. And they embossed some things in gold. I don't think I'm doing that today. Ooh, they die cut one other thing. They die cut a frond in Mossy Meadow. Okay, this is so fun. Can I tell you? This is so fun to play with right now. It's really cool. And I am a gardener. I love, love, love gardening. My body is not nearly as flexible as it used to be, so I do less. But you know, I've already left my imprint on my yard. Like I'm there in all the projects. So, but anyway, I kind of get really excited when two of my passions come together, such as cooking and paper crafting or nature and paper crafting. And let's take this up. This plate's really used, so it has lots of, now these little pieces are going to come out. You can also die cut this with a dryer sheet underneath it. If you're doing a lot, I would suggest that. And then look at this thing. It looks just as delicate and realistic as A real one. Ooh, yes. Okay, so see how they're building all of this interest? I love it. All right, now let's do, oh, they have one more thing. They have, well, we need to stamp. We need to stamp that first. So they have done the sentiment stamp, and then they have cut the sentiment out. So we have a couple little opportunities. Let me grab another little piece of Secret C. I like that we're using Secret C. I feel like, you know, it's taken a little bit of a hiatus in my craft room. What about you? Not because I don't like it, but, you know, it's coming back in style if it ever went out of style. Okay, so then we need a stamp set. We need this little guy, okay? And so when it's flimsy and thinness and flexible like that, you don't want to take the stamp to the ink pad. You'll never get it straight, especially if you're going to die cut it. You just flop it face down, okay? Make sure it just lands where it's regularly going to be, and then you pick it up with your block. Okay, and they used, I think they used Old Olive. Secret C might be too light. Oh, let's use Peaceful Pine, right? We've got it. Let's use it. Okay, and so then let's, again, even for the delicate ones, doesn't matter. Just put it in there. And this might come off a little uneven because I haven't stamped it before, but it's very cute. Look at that. It's very nice. And I like the contrast between these two colors too. So there's that. And finally, let's bring in Secret C again to really drive home the sentiment. Thankful for you. If you are just joining us, we are using a brand new stamp set that's in pre-order status, which means you can purchase it if you are a current demonstrator or want to purchase the starter kit. Okay, so you can have it. Here we go. Here we go. And a little Secret C. I think my brain is going to have to remember when I'm using the felt ink pads versus the foam ink pads. I guess I already do that because of our memento, but we'll see. We'll see if I can keep it straight, right? And don't mash into one of the felt, or yeah, one of the foam pads. Really hope I don't mash into it. Thankful for you. It's a very nice thing to tell people. Okay, and then, I mean, can you say it too much? I don't know, I guess. But just give it a try. Keep saying it until they say, that's too much. So I finished an audiobook today that I absolutely loved. I've read this guy and told you about him before. His name's Sean Dietrich, and his kind of like moniker is Sean of the South. And he does write about Southern characters. And so this book was set in a place called Mobile, Florida. I think it was supposed to be in the Panhandle. It might be a real place. I don't know. It was supposed to be in the Panhandle of Florida. And the incredible Winston Brown is the sheriff, and so much more to this town. And it's funny and it's poignant. And I was actually walking the dogs when I finished it, and not surprising because this is me. I was crying a little bit. So then, of course, I think, okay, I hope nobody can see me crying out here on the street. I had these glasses on. They turned into sunglasses, thank goodness. But I wasn't crying because it was sad. So anyway, of course, I highly recommend it. I really like this guy, Sean Dietrich. We read another book of his last year, and I think it's just going to be one of my like go-to. I need to read Sean Dietrich every once in a while. So there's a little recommendation for you. Oh, and also, if you do like Audible books, listening to books, he reads the books and he makes it, right? He's got some sort of an accent. I'm not going to try and peg it. I don't know what it is, but it sounds from the South, and it's really nice. So just keep that in mind. Oh gosh, I think I'm going to end up doing some embossing. Can you believe that? You know me. All right, let's get a little berry burst action in here, okay? So just when you were thinking I was going to put you to sleep with this color combo, we are going to look back to the paper, and just like it has little pops of berry burst, we're going to take this flower and we're going to give it little pops as well. Oh goodness, what am I thinking? Paintbrush end? No, not even. And I'm really just going to kind of put some color on these. They're very small. You could definitely color these with watercolor pencils, but they're small. They are tiny. And you wonder, like, okay, how did the artisan color this? Get real. How was that colored? Okay, they colored this thing. Dot the ink. Don't, when it's a small image, dot the ink. Don't color, or you'll be outside the lines before you know it, right? Okay, I don't know why I made this kind of polka dotty. That looks odd. We might not use that one. It looks a little weird. Probably judging too harshly. If you made that in my class, I would tell you that it's fine. So, I don't know. We'll decide once I get everything laid down here. And then I am going to grab just a little bit of Old Olive Light and add to these leaves. And I'm coloring with the paintbrush end because I'm crazy. Because that's what I opened. And I was thinking, yeah, I could do it. Okay. Ooh, look at me go. Look at me go. Okay, and then as far as TV shows, you know I've got my programs. Still love Hijack. I think it finished, but I haven't watched the final episode yet, and so maybe I'll have to watch that tonight. I also need to write a tutorial, so it might be later tonight. But okay, this looks fine. That other one looks goofy, like it's got a smallpox or something. Boop. Okay. Easy enough. It's so little. Right? Okay. Oh, is this the dark one? Yes. Dark. And let's bring the light back in. And so the markers I'm using are the Stampin Blends. They are our alcohol-based markers. I guess our only markers now. And I love them. I have every color we have because I always want to color with them. That said, we have a lot of other color mediums, right? We have pastels, we have watercolor pencils, we have blender pens, we have shimmer pens. So don't think, if you're not a marker girl, first of all, I'm a little worried for you, but still, you don't have to be, because we have lots of coloring options for you. Oh God, me with the paintbrush end again. Stop that. Okay, let me see. What did they do? Oh, okay. They just did it easy and colored a circle. Hello, just be easy about it, Lisa. And then this is where they got a little fancy. Okay. Oh, look at that. I like that. Okay. And we're going to cut these guys out. See how handy the mini is? Just like in and out, and it's easy on your hands. If you are like me, your hand strength isn't what it used to be. Okay? That's why I don't do some of the things that I used to do in the yard. I mean, I laid a paver patio. I don't know that I could handle that now. I don't think I could. What do I mean? What do I mean? I don't think. But you know what the good news is? It's, oh shoot, it's already done. Okay, I already did the paper patio. It doesn't need to be redone. Now I can just look at it, admire it, and think, oh my gosh, how did I get down on the ground and up again that many times? No wonder my knees don't work anymore. Okay, I used them up. I used them up, ladies. Okay, now I have more time to sit here with you and play with these beautiful little flowers. Okay, hope I'm not losing any of you while I'm doing the details here. I don't like to edit my videos because I like you to see how the sausage is made. I'm all about the beautiful part of this this hobby, not just about making it look like you made a card in 4 seconds. That is so not interesting to me. So if that's what you're looking for, thank you so much. I'm sure I'm not your person, and that's okay. All right, this guy is going to go on here. Now I can be taping these. You know I can tape these with low tack tape. I'm just, lots of times if you place this carefully, okay, it's fine. You have to act like your top plate is on a hinge. Okay, so when you're placing it down, you want to like act like it's on a hinge and then place it down. You don't want to slide it in. You cannot do that. You'll have to tape it down. Okay, so just an FYI, that's how I'm pulling that off. Now, I know what you've been waiting for, the moth and the butterfly. One of these might eat the other in nature, but here they're going to live harmoniously on my card. How about that? I don't think they eat each other. I'm just mentioning that. Ooh, yeah, that's so cute. We are going to emboss these ladies, and so I'm going to place them so I can stamp them at the same time, but so I can also die cut them at the same time. They have put this on soft seafoam. Okay, let's see. Let's see, we're gathering up all these beautiful little pieces and parts, and then it's going to come together in a beautiful crescendo of nature. Oh, brother. Is it really, though? I hope so. I've just set the bar really high. As I said that, I was like, hold on, Lisa. Don't overpromise. Too late. Oh, I mean, if I really want to make the card as they made it, then I need another piece of secrecy. Come on now. Maybe just this little one. I think that'll work. Okay. Okay, friends. It's embossing time. Don't run away now. And we want the gold. Yep. We want the gold powder. And this is not the right tray. That's only for black and white. Because little particles get stuck in there. And so I like to kind of keep them a little bit separate. And the white is the pickiest, right? The white is picky. So I like to keep them one tray for metallics and black and everything else, and one tray for white and clear. You do not have to do that. But I've been doing this for a long time, and so I already had 2 trays, right? And I wanted the Embossing Additions kit, which is available to all of you. You can put it in a starter kit or in a regular customer order. And if you want to heat emboss and you haven't before, you need the Embossing Additions kit. You need some embossing powder. You need Versamark, okay? And then you are going to need a heat tool. Do not use your hair dryer. Do not use the toaster. just get a heat tool, okay? All right, and then I'm going to do one more moth because we're enthralled. I think we're spoiled with butterflies, right? We always get butterflies, but we don't always get moths. And as we were talking last week, the Luna moth does not have a mouth. Only lives a week. Only lives to procreate, I guess. I don't know. I haven't asked it. And lives off of its energy stores. So that in itself, you gotta stop and take notice of that, right? That's just weird. That's just weird. Okay, that worked out. Cool. All right, I'm gonna keep it on this, and I'm gonna pull out the heat tool. Ta-da! It's got 2 settings. That's all you need for paper crafting, and it is not safe to keep it plugged in. All right, so always I have a place for it, and I always put it away when I'm done. And you want to have the uncooked powder away from the heat tool. So let it heat up just a little bit until it's uncomfortable on your wrist, and then you should be able to go right to the paper. You want to stay, 2-3 inches away, not much further, and keep that heat tool moving. That is how you ensure that you don't scorch your paper in any one spot. So with these darker colors, they do change color a little bit. And then as they go back to room temperature, then they go back to their original color. So kind of interesting. Let's get our butterfly. Oh, so sweet. Once it's shiny and smooth, it's done. All right? If you keep cooking it, it will look dull, and then it's not usable. It looks dull and ugly. Okay? We've all overcooked it. Don't feel bad. It's like brownies, right? Dull and not good. Although I might eat an overcooked brownie. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie about that. In fact, I made some toast for myself yesterday. It's like a whole grain sourdough, which is very good. But it's kind of hearty and dark anyway. And I burnt the heck out of the top of it. It's okay. I ate it. I like a little char. All right, so now we need, little doggy's coughing. We need these 3 insects and one more little, I think they used this again. Top plate dies. Here we go. So we get our moth and our butterfly. Come on now. Hey. Okay. Thought I was going to have to get the take your pick tool out after this thing. And since my butterfly's on the end over here, I will put this one in the middle and then do this guy. Hopefully at the same time. They are very small. I'm stating the obvious, but they are very small. So keep your eye on them. You should just be able to see the antenna from the top of the butterfly. And then also on the moth. Let's see if I can get it. Can't you get it? Oh, look, I had to sneak up on it. Sneak up on that situation. Okay. So, let's see here. Ooh, yes. So cute. Let's see how the butterfly fare. So cute. Okay, let's get one more moth just for the heck of it. Oh yeah, they did use 3. They used 2 butterflies. Well, I'm not having that because of what we talked about. I gotta use the moth while we have it, right? Okay. Super cool. Now, if this were to land on me, you want to talk about disco dance. That would be me. Suddenly, all my joints would come back to life, and I would be able to move. I'm not kidding. Like, Have you guys ever done the, like an exhibit at a zoo where they let you go look at the butterflies and they land on you? That creeps me out. Yes, I've gone. Yes, they're gorgeous and so interesting and stuff, but I'm just like, can you just land on my mom or my nephew? Not me. Okay, and then this, we're going to miss a tiny corner of it, but that's okay. Because again, we're just adding a bunch of interest. Now, if you've just come on and you're wondering why I'm ignoring you, it's because I'm looking at a picture of this card that I'm casing online from our online website. And so don't worry, I will address your comments after I finish here. I will, I promise. Okay. Oh my gosh, I think we have it all. Well, they had one more item, but we're going to leave it alone. That's enough. Okay. They had one more thing that they gold embossed on white, and I'm going to skip it. It was just like one more thing of the flowers. You can see it. Y'all can see it online. Okay. So now we just get to put this, we just get to play and put all this together, right? Okay, so I'm going to put this, lay this down immediately. I start to like get the bigger pieces out of the way. And of course, this is the first layer. So, oh, also they did this card as a full panel of DSP on the front. And I am not. For one reason, and that's because I'm thinking about using this paper as swaps. And so if you use it as swaps, you can get 6 cuts out of a piece of 12 by 12 paper if you leave this at 4 inches. If you leave it at 4 1/4, you could only get 4 of these sizes. So I want to be careful with that. Oh, since this is still out, we're using all these different images. So we'll take one of the images and place it on the inside. Okay, just to bring it back to the design. But we've used so many things. So I really, really like that. This is a nice thing. This is a good thankful card. What do I want to say? This is like you're really thankful for something. Okay, somebody helped you move. Oh, that's horrible. Thinking about that just makes me make the ooh face, doesn't it? I gotta stop making the ooh face. And my face is freezing that way. In fact, I saw myself last week's video. When I start the video, I didn't realize it was started and I was all furrowed up because I was trying to figure out if I was having technical difficulties. And so the opening screen of that video is me. And I go, okay, I think we need to just cool it on that face. All right, let me attempt this to flag this. I'm not good at this, all right, but cut it up through the middle and then you start at one edge and you come up the point and then you do the same thing on the other side and try to not make one side or the other too high. Okay, did I do it? Oh my gosh, I may have done it. Now I meant to trim this and then put that paper on. Okay, well, so what? Okay, so I'm going to trim here. I'm going to try to trim this from here. Okay, so I'm just looking. And I'm just like so sure I can't get the angle right. But we're going to do a little bit just to see. Can she do it? What did she end up with? Oh my gosh, I ended up with totally wrong. Okay, that was totally wrong. After I did all that work. Okay, well, it's going to be shorter now because I was a lunatic. And don't be like me. Don't be like me. Okay. So, my goodness gracious. What have I done? I wonder if I can hide that up top with a flower or something. Nope. I gotta just go with it. Well, good job. Pardon. Okay. And we shall resurrect it. And nobody will know. The recipient will never know. It wasn't supposed to be that short, but it's going to be. Okay, and then let's just start putting pieces on. And I do think I'm going to grab some linen thread. Are the puppies getting restless? Hey, puppy. Are you getting restless? You're so silly. Is this still available? Old Olive and Early Espresso. I'm going to put it on this card because it's gorgeous. And I feel like it's still available. I'm having feelings that it's still available, so we're going to put it on there. Okay. Oh, now we need our negative piece. Okay, this is kind of like the interesting what? What'd you say? Now, here's the issue. This is why I needed that thing to be really long. We're going to just make it up as we go along here. Okay, so then this and this. And I am going to attach it down here. Casing doesn't mean it has to look exactly the same. Okay, thank goodness, because we're not going to get exactly the same. All right, and then, oh, I should put a glue dot on the back of that. It's going to start to get really kooky. Might get grabbed by the envelope if we don't put a glue dot down here. So they have left this little closed spot for us. Perfect. Thank you, Stampin' Up. Appreciate the help. And then we want to bring this in. Cool. Oh, I don't know if we're even going to see that part, but it does have a couple of negative spots that can go in there. I like that. That's pretty. That's so pretty. Okay, then they kind of have it like this. I'm just going to stick it right there for now. And then they have this. Now we are going to put this up on dimensionals because it's taking the place of this other featured thing that they did. They did a larger element. Oh, this is right. I knew I had some scraggly little dimensionals. Just enough left for this card, I'm sure. Okay, and sometimes they're just perfect. So just eat the end off. You just need the end of the dimensionals. And then let's put this here. Okay. And then we're going to start looking at how we're going to bring this in. Ooh. It's got to be down here because I don't want to see the end of my vellum. So I'm just going to place that right now. Let's just get that in motion right now so that we can work around it. Okay. And then we'll decide on that bottom flower what we want to do. Like it. Looks cool. Let's bring this bottom flower in the other way. Come here now. Okay, now I'm going to put some. So all these adhesives I'm using, you can find them at stampinzoo.com. Hit the Shop Now tab. They are essential, kind of like the envelopes. You don't want to spend time making a beautiful card and then oops, it falls apart because you're embossing or because your adhesives are subpar, right? Ooh. Ooh, yes. We're liking this. Hold it. Is that glued down? Oh, I can see where we need another glue dot. So because my sentiment is sitting on vellum, it didn't hit the cardstock. And so you just like used to take your pick tool, okay, to sneak a little piece of glue dot in there. Okay, and then I think we're down to our moths. and our beautiful things. I'm going to come back to you now. And I hope you're still there. Okay. Hello, Roz. She says it's so pretty. Roz, we made this one earlier, casing the website. And this, oh, look at it. It ends up being so cool. So cool. So little pieces of, all these were scraps, okay? All these were scraps. And just little pieces of paper and cardstock and two-tone cardstock. I love this set too, Deborah. Okay, and I am using this old olive twine. It comes in a pack with early espresso. I think it's still available, but don't quote me on that. I haven't looked lately. It's still in my stash, and I checked my stash like 3 weeks ago. So that's going to be cool somewhere. And now let's bring in, you know, we're going to pop these up, but one might be like partially. Oh, yeah. So we need a mini. I need a mini minute. Are you guys having fun with this? Do you like this kind of work? Or do you find this really like, no, girl, that's too much? Is this too much? Just enough? Or we don't always work in this much detail. And also, I'm going to use the black dimensionals because we're on these dark, moody papers. And so get your black dimensionals out. And then they're even more hidden. If your recipient does happen to see these up on end. Now I'm going to use these strategically as well. Okay, so one of my mobs is going to kind of hold down this piece right there. And then I can also see when you're working with vellum, at least when I'm working with vellum, lots of times I don't adhere it until I can see what's going to be on top of it. Hello, Marlene. She says it's a warm day in Wisconsin. Okay, so then you can see, then I put a glue dot down underneath it because you want to hide the glue dots, right? This is this little menagerie, but we don't want to see any of the adhesives, but we're using a lot of adhesives. So then maybe I want one with a little interest down here towards the bottom. And so again, bringing these black mini dimensionals we sell. The black dimensionals come in a combo pack of regular sized and minis. Oh, it's relaxing to you? Okay, good. I'm glad. That's part of my intent, right? What do I always say? I'm here to entertain, educate, and inspire. So hopefully we're doing, you know, at least hopefully we're hitting at least some of those things. Oh my goodness. I don't even know. I don't know what's going on out there. A cat. Oh yeah, a cat. I thought that sounded like a cat warning. Okay. I want the whimsy of the twine. Just didn't really know where to put it. I think we put it right there. You can also just use linen thread. That's going to go perfectly with this nature theme as well. Now I'm going to take that glue dot. It's too big for the knot, and so I just crunch it, okay, to a little ball. And I'm going to put it right at the corner of that sentiment, and I'm just going to let its little tails fly free. Ooh, this was so fun. Thank you for being here for my first play with, again, the Fern and Flora suite. And so not available to customers right now, but available as part of a starter kit or to lovely demonstrators, okay? And so there is our Thankful for You card. Lots of little pieces and parts, and we did a lot of different techniques. So if you are just coming into the end and you'd like to know, hey, how'd she do that? Well, back it up and reverse it because I don't edit. Should I be edited? Yes. Am I going to? Absolutely not. Okay. And then here is the first one. So we got to play with Golden Glow and see how it looks against Secret Sea and Old Olive. Ooh, I love these cards. I can't wait to send them out. Hey, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for the break. I needed it today. I so needed it today. Marlene says this is on her list. Is Flora and Fauna on, or Fern and Flora on your list? I bet it is. If not, I hope that I maybe have inspired you to put it on your list. All right. Please let me know if you have any questions. You can email me with the address in the description of this. You can take a look at any and all of my events by going out to thestampingsoo.com or again, hitting the links in the description of this video. So happy to be your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and your friend. Okay, I'll see you again on Thursday. No, I'll see some of you on Wednesday for bingo. Okay, and then I will see all of you, hopefully, on Thursday night. All right, until then, happy stamping.